Shalom, Michael here, Street Corner Witnessing Tour, Prescott, Arizona parking garage. Baruch atah Yehovah Eloheinu hamelech haolam, Pasak ayin, Pasak lebka, Pasak ozen. May Yehovah your Elohim open your eyes, your heart, and your ears to the wonderful gift of His Word in the Aleph Tav Dam Sheh B'Shem Yeshua Mashiach. Amen. Anyway, my friends, this is very important. I'm not. There will be a future in-depth. I've been supposed to do this for the last couple of days and postponing it for whatever reason. But, the Constitution and the Bible go hand in hand, even though many say they don't. And within the commandments of Yehovah, who is Yeshua, the Word became flesh. He said you're not to return to Egypt once He brought us out. That's the gift. It's in Deuteronomy, last week's Torah portion, or last Shabbat's Torah portion. And, it's in the next one too. And so the meaning about that is that, our Constitution says that no payment of debt or purchase of any land shall be done by anything as silver and gold as payment of debt and purchase of land. Now, around 1913, they started taking from our ancestors the gold and silver away and giving us paper money as a tender. This paper money, the dollar, everything, all money is related to, or currency is dollars. It's $20 bill, $10 bill, $5 bill, but it always starts at the $1 bill. And that $1 bill has, the Egypt pyramids on them and the All-Seeing Eye of Horus on the capstone. And that is basically Egypt. No matter how you want to interpret it or whatever, the significance of that, even though I believe that Enoch and the fallen angels built the pyramids, Egypt has captured that monument and proclaiming through deception that they're the ones who constructed the pyramid. Well, it's also on the currency that most of the world right now is serving, especially the United States of America. And so I'm here to tell you that whatever you think about anything, that this currency who tenders the debt does not cancel the debt. Only the gold and silver cancel the debt, according to the biblical text and according to the Constitution. So all the people around me are serving the currency of idolatry. And, the book of Acts mentions twice that these are the four things you're to do. Then you can come in and learn the Hebrew inside the synagogue, for lack of a better word. That's where the Torah, the Psalms and the writings, and I alwaais forget all the four words, even though I know it like the back of my hand, but that's where the Tanakh comes from, and that's what basically, even the Brit Hadashah, the renewed covenant, is the Hebrew language. So now that you've done these four things, no more idolatry, no more blood sins, no more things strangled, and no more fornication, now you can come in. And these things are physical and spiritual. Now you can come in and learn the Hebrew language. So the Hebrews are set apart as Yeshua was the Word was, and the Word was with. He was the Word, and it tells you that all through the Tanakh, that the Word, dwell among us. The Word, the Word, the Word. He spoke to us in the voice, no image or nothing. My point being is that people, we have a huge amount of wealth coming to us if we just slow down a little bit and use the Constitution, the Bible, that is public law, and the USC code, and there are others, to come against this evil Egyptian mindset, Romans and Greeks that are ruling among us, over us, and making us believe that We have to serve them in order to survive. This is not proper biblical Tanakh Torah thinking. Yodavave is our Elohim, who is Yeshua. He is our salvation. We're not to fear these other nations that have come upon us. And our Constitution was set up with a boatload of Yahudims coming out of the persecution in Spain. But, right, well, there are many people that say these people were Freemasons or whatever. But within that, whoever they were, in the words that they wrote, no payment of debt or purchase of any land should be done by anything of silver and gold as payment of debt and purchase of land. Yudavabe said the gold was functional. In the temple was the gold, and the silver was redemption of the soul, and the sockets and all that. So what I'm trying to explain to you is it's a great awakening time. Our so-called religious leaders and our government leaders are they possess our souls, and they're getting us. They already have us in idolatry. You have to overcome, and this basically Yodababe is our king, so he is with us. So why do we fear this evil so-called system that we're under? And there's something on my mind that I just slipped me or whatever. In order to overcome it, we have to do the legal battle. We do it in love. We could bring dynamite and laser beams and all kinds of weapons of war, but we do it in love because Yeshua wants them to know that he's the king over us. He's the ruler. He's the functional one. Without him, there's no function. And so, but we're over to become the evil one within us, the evil incarnation of the Lashon Hara, the evil tongue and all that. And it's a battle. They're, way beyond our imagination, but Yeshua's already won the battle. He said, be of good cheer, for he's overcome the world. But yet, most people that I'm around are very worldly, and they're very consumed by this so-called paper money. And I was just reading this week's Torah portion or whatever, and it actually quotes in there in Deuteronomy that I'm not for sure. I think it's 7 something, but it actually says that we're to basically vacuum up the valleys, and we're to lower the mountains. And when you understand that's where the gold and the silver is, it's a pretty good indication how the mining system within us are to create wealth. We don't need this paper money that is you're working 3 to 5 times harder, maybe even 6 times or 7 times harder for this paper money to keep your head, the bills paid, and the food on the table. When the silver is equal or a little bit more, almost double inflation, the 1964 quarter being worth $5 or plus, and a gallon of gas being a little less or almost 2 gallons for the silver quarter. The gold is above. That was our inheritance that was taken away from us. 1934 started in 1913, ended up in 1934, when the president said you could only have so much gold and silver in your possession. The rest you had to turn in for paper currency. So they robbed us of our inheritance, people. Our ancestors were robbed, and that is our inheritance, where it would be equal with the flesh in the day. But my point being is, we as believers, we're not of this evil system. We're out of Egypt. So we have to wake up, people. My friends, the beloved of Yeshua, the beloved of Yudevave, who is our salvation, who is Yeshua, we have to wake up because the time is getting close. And we need to have our own functional system. And if we're martyred for it, hallelujah, we've done our work humbly and lovingly and kindly and orderly within the word itself, from the Brit Hadashah to the Torah, the Tanakh, or vice versa, from the Bereshit, Genesis, to Zion, to Revelation. And he's playing, we're of the world. No, we're in the world, but not of it. So why do we dysfunction ourselves through this paper that tenders the debt. It don't take care of it. We really need to study. We need to gather together, and we need to overcome this, my friends. And within all that, may Baruch atah Yehovah Eloheinu Baruch you. May Yehovah Baruch bless you, and may Yeshua fill your everlasting heart. Shalom, shalom. Amen.